Good morning. We're back in action. Got the rollers off, going to put the sprayer on. Got some valves to change, which are here. £300 a pop. Hopefully we'll get that back via either Cortiva, that makes the chemical that killed the sprayer, or insurance if Cortiva don't sort it out. Had to be done, we can't just sit about with no sprayer. I'm trying to get up to date, so this video is just a bit of everything from the last 4 days. Spraying, rolling, stones, wheat's going in, dogs going nuts, there's cows going away, there's a bit of everything. Subscribe and like, I'll see you tomorrow. You can see some barley starting to row up. Looking cracking. Anyway, let's get the drawbar changed. It's actually quite handy having my phone there for getting lined up. Have I nailed it? Oh, come on. There you go. Here we go, so here's our new valves. So there's a connector in there. There's basically a lead screw in here, and I presume like a tiny wee servo motor. I'm not 100% on that. And the lead screw forces that wee black valve with an O-ring on it into position. It seats it in and out of just above the nozzles on the sprayer there to let the solution through into the actual nozzle. Anyway, let's get these fitted and try not to break them because they're expensive. Right, all done. I didn't really film too much of it because I was greasing it out and I was covered in grease and manky. It's too windy today to go and spray, so I'm going to go and finish off some rolling, which I need to do anyway before I spray. It's about 4, 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I don't know. The next day. I've been rolling. Progress is slow. Another 20 yards. Okay. Anyway, things are not changing anytime soon. I am rolling and lifting up stones. Dunk's built a few piles like that. Next up, I'm coming into this field. There's some already. Everyone hates stones in their field and having to pick them up. This is what you do with them. You just chuck them into the neighbour's field. What a corker. Absolute corker. Stones, 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 more stones, and more stones. Anyway, been in this field an hour, I've done one width. It was obviously great last year, or that's been cut last, so the big root system on them was dislodging a lot of stones. Brought them up. It's a bad end rig that anyway, there's a lot of stones normally. Just, I don't know if there's extra or whether I'm just fed up quicker this year, don't know. It's just about tammy wearing season. It's getting cold. What do you call this? I call it a tammy. My calves have managed to get themselves a plastic bag. Don't want them to chow that down. Caught red-handed, pal. My objective today is to get this field, this field, this field, and this wee field done today. Wiped out. And then that leaves me only with the field behind me to do tomorrow. And 2 fields actually at yard number 1. Going on just now is a mix of glyphosate and Preemergence. Glyphosate I'm only doing on the end rigs, so I'm nipping around 3 fields, do the end rigs, then no more glyphosate, and it's purely Preemergence. Someone was asking what I mean by Preemergence. It's a spray that's put on the ground before the crop comes through the ground, i.e. pre-emerging. And what it does is putting a film across the field, and that film, when the weeds germinate and the weeds come through that film, they pick up the chemical, it kills them off, but it doesn't target the specific crop we're trying to grow, which in this field is wheat. It's specifically formulated and designed not to kill wheat, but to attack and kill weeds. Taking it easy, Doug. She's eating a bit of beef. Ribs there. She's been getting a fair bit of food recently, but she does some amount of running about during the day, so needing some chub on her. Good dog. All the latest news about Russia and their sabotaging gas pipelines. Just found the 4th leak today apparently. All that and the war obviously and the economic issues just makes you realise you're a wee small fry. Just plodding away. Just gotta keep plodding. Putin's firing out all these threats and he doesn't seem like the kind of guy to back down. Russia are ramping up the pressure energy-wise, heading into winter. Good timing. They're not daft. That increases the price of the gas. That increases the price of energy to heat your homes, obviously. It increases the price of fertiliser because it's produced from natural gas. Synthetic fertiliser is responsible for, I think it's 60% of worldwide food production. Either that or 40%, I always get them mixed up, but quite a chunk, a lot. That price that increases, which means your food's going to increase, which means this cost of living crisis is going to carry on going up. And in response to that, your inflation goes up, interest rates go up. What a mess. If you could just click back to before COVID, things were dandy. Coming up to this field to spray, and it looks like there's been quite a few stones in this field. Camera makes them look quite small. That's fairly large. Don't know how to put it into perspective. Put a sprayer in behind. There you go. That makes it look more its size. It's a belter. There's another decent sized one as well. Just a wee pebble. Loads have come out of that. It's just a wee 5 hectare field. This field here. Anyway, I'm going to go in and spray there. Duncan and Kev are showing up the top. Go on, there you go, right in the middle of the screen. Anyway, that's in behind potatoes that got lifted yesterday and the day before. Came in with 2 big self-propelled Grimmie Variatrons and obliterated the field and are gone. So this was the sunflower ground. We topped a lot of them, just been ploughed. The grass has come through nicely on the new car park round about there. It's all neatened up, it's all looking tidy now. Anyway, I'm just heading around here where over there we have sown some rye. So this is a 7 acre block of rye. Never sown rye before. I actually ordered some rye and Dad went and picked it up, and then we realised I've ordered the wrong stuff. It was forage rye, and this is like a hybrid rye. Forage rye is more for grazing and stuff like that, I think. I'm not 100%, I don't know my rye. Anyway, this is a hybrid rye. There's the seed. It was sown, I think, about 200 seeds per square metre. 7 acre block. It is for a bit of a... you'll find out later, basically. I'm not telling you. A bit of an experiment. We've not tried it. It's semi... no, it's not to do with the shop at all, actually. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Soil's come up nice, though. Let's have a look for some... there you go. There's some rye. Joiners. We've been putting all these sheets on. All starting to tie in. All of this. All of that building. Perfect. All looking neat and tidy. They've just got that section to do, and they've still got another building to do. A few videos ago, I was spraying this field off oilseed rape for voluntary barley that was in it. See all the yellow through it? That's the barley starting to die off. But also we had a bit of water bubbling up, so it didn't tackle down here. What's really interesting, look at the field. The crop's doing okay. It's not massive, but the water was bubbling up here, and look how thick and green this streak is. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of damage down there from water in the middle, but either side the crop's really thick. This bit was just lathered in water, which was coming out of this hole. Bubbling up, soaking wet all down there, but the crop's now really thick. Interesting. So obviously enjoyed getting a good soaking. I'm back in the field now with the sprayer over there just to finish off the block. I didn't get done. It was only about 2 hectares in the end. There goes Kev. I'm not sure whether he's going for more seed or he's done. Probably more seed. We've managed to get rid of 3 of the big tyres that were kicking about. They were either for a school or a community garden or something of that degree. Anyway, they came for the big tyres. So we've still got small ones, 24 inch, those tyres. There's 4 24s and then there's some slightly bigger ones. So if anyone's interested in tyres, they're free. If you want them delivered, I have to charge for that, but FOC if you come and pick them up. Dad's been away delivering logs for me, for my house. Yep. And then this is going on for tomorrow morning. Oh, that'll do it. This is going on because we've got cattle to shift tomorrow. Good morning. Today we've got 3 cows going away to the abattoir. One with Yonis, one with a bad hoof that we don't want to put in calf again, and one that was very, very late. So she's the one with a bad hoof. She's missing a whole side of one hoof. So we've done one lot. This is the next lot that are coming in, and we need to jag the calves at the same time. Okay, we have cows loaded up. These calves are still needing an injection for pneumonia. This is a bit of a triangle in here you're looking for. If you're intramuscular, you're straight into the muscle there. Subcutaneous, calm down. Subcutaneous, I usually just, calm down beast. Subcutaneous, pinch the skin a wee bit and get under the skin but not into the muscle. You can also do it kind of under the shoulder here. No, don't go backwards, pal. Come on. No. Come on. Turn around. Turn around then. Come on. No. Calm. Relax. There you go. That's it. Down you go. Head through. Only injected myself the once, so I'm covered for pneumonia. Come on in, calvies. Go then. Out you go. Here is a lorry of tulip bulbs. Not the whole lorry, I hope. Bulbs and a machine to plant them as well. Kev's at the plough sorting a few bits. Ricky's are in servicing the fent. I'm just getting these bulbs off. There's 6 pallets in total, I think. They're pretty flippin' top heavy, these things. Not the easiest to cart about with a forklift. Next up, the hunk-of-junk machine. Here's the machine. Don't know if it needs too much work or not, but we'll soon find out. Also, will it go in the back of the grey Fergie? Maybe. So this machine, hopper in there that you chuck all the bulbs into. Also, this has just arrived, so I'm just figuring it out. There's 2 belts, 1 and 2 either side of the hopper, which come out here. And these are driven by this wheel via this chain. These belts slide along here and the bulbs will come out and drop down there into the slot that'll be made by this shoe. They lift up and down to let the bulbs out. Someone sits there to make sure it's all going fine. Anyway, that's the very basics of it. And then this creates the ridges over the top of the bulbs and buries them. That's for another day when it's not soaking wet. Next up, these are skylights for the extension to the back of the shop. Just going to dump them down here. We have one escapee. Come on, I've got grub for you. Come on. Twitchy wee bandit. Problem solved, back in. There we go, that's looking neat and tidy. They see me coming. It's a few days later, I'm just coming to see whether the rye's chitted. There you go, yeah, it has. There you go, so that's the rye chitted away. Starting to come. Happy days. We've been chatting away to the agronomist just about the rye because we've never grown it before. So it needs 40 kilos of nitrogen just whenever we get the chance to get on it just now. Saying that the other crops will take priority, but it's just a 7-acre block, so when we're dressing other fields we'll be able to nip over and get this one done. That'll be urea, so that's 46% nitrogen urea, so it'll need 86, 87 kilos of urea to get the 40 kilos of nitrogen per hectare, and that'll just kick it into life to get going.